Okay, so I'm back with this challenge. One thing I'm going to say beforehand, two things. One, there's actually a lot of ambient noise around me currently, so sorry if you can't hear me that well. There's some like windy noise that's happening. I don't know where it's really coming from. Probably just because it's quite windy outside, but I have shut the window. But there's quite a bit of ambient noise, and I don't know why. Second of all, I've set the microphone to zero, like the 0 decibels rather than the 10 I had it before, just to try and get rid of some of the static noise. So hopefully at least that's gone. I was worried that you wouldn't be able to hear me, but looking at the thing here, I think I just wasn't sitting close enough to the microphone the first time. So, anyway, I'm going to admit right now that this is probably just going to be a short one, because last time I finished on Pinterest Sprint after not red arrows caused me to spend quite a while on the last episode. So I ended up in an awkward spot that I didn't have very many before. Well, the more difficult module, Spectre Maze. So this is probably going to be a short one where I'm just going to finish up what I tried to do yesterday, or at least not yesterday, last time, which was Sunday. I'm going to try and finish up doing that, just so I can focus on Spectre Maze next time. And assuming that none of these cause me to be here for ages. But hopefully I can get through all of these. The biggest worry one is probably clock counter here. I also just tested out Hickory Dickory Dock just to make sure it definitely was working, because I've actually never seen it turn before. Apart from the tutorial. When I've been looking at random bombs, I've never seen it turn, but it does turn, so at least be fine with that. But it's like a slightly different idea of a boss, so enough yapping, let's just get started. So, in this case, we aren't actually going to note anything down yet. It will just go off when it wants to, so it might scare the hell out of me randomly. Anyway, so this mob we need to check a bunch of things. So, first, check the carding format is correct. Date of issue, yes. Expiration date, yeah, that seems alright. It's got ID, yes. That seems right. Haven't checked the names yet, so there might be spelling mistakes here. Just check the label here, because I think in the tutorial I didn't notice, but this label could actually be wrong as well. Department verification, 1273 Rockefeller Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11212. Yes. Okay, now time to check the actual data in this. So probably could just Thomas Osmond. He is research and development. His date of birth is correct. That is date of birth. I just realised I haven't set the time back to. Ignore that one. I'm going to set it to a low number though, so we aren't waiting forever for Hickory Dickory Dock to go off at least once. So 30 seems a bit more reasonable for this. Okay. So, but then we haven't done this before. So, employee ID, email, date of birth, date of issue, expiration date card ID, yes. Correct stamp. That looks right. We need Harvey Hughes. Ooh, is in charge of purchasing. Their date of birth is correct. Their ID is correct. Their email is correct. There's one part that's about the date of issue and date of expiration must be between 256 and 986 days apart. So, number of days between two dates, yeah. So we have 22nd for 2008, 9th of the 6th, 2010. I think this one should be fine. It's 3. That's still like 3 years, isn't that? Or just under that. Seven, 7, 8, which is between those. So yes. So that's fine. So if there is an error, it must be in the ID then. If there is even is one. Day number of the date of issue, yes. Abbreviation the first letter of their surname. 08, yes. H is the 8th one. And then checksum for one, or checksum is just adding together each of the digits, and it should, and the least digit should be that number. So 8 plus 2 is 10, plus nothing is 10, plus 2 is 12, so you get 2. That's fine. 6 and 7 are random digits. The checksum looks right, but that depends on whether or not the rest of it's right. Day number of the date of birth, yes, that's all correct. Random digit. Alphabetical position of the first letter of the first name. Ooh, I think we spotted it. There is an error here. Because 12 and 13, which is 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. 12, 13, alphabetical position of the first letter of the first name. There's not 28 letters in the... that's meant to be a naught, and that's meant to be a... Yeah, that's meant to be a naught. That's the one they've changed, I think. Yep. Oh, hello, Thomas Osmond again. Okay, so we have some ideas of some of the stuff. Let's just check. Yes, 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 yes. Sorry, there is still a lot of stuff going on in the background. That looks right, that looks right. The easiest one to get is this little logo in the top is a square rather than a circle. So recent development, we checked that last time. His ID is correct. His date of birth seems to be correct, yes. His email is correct. So again, if there's any error, there must be in just go check. So the range is to 3 to 9, 8. So just under 3 years. So see that one's close. That one is relatively close to being too long. That 17, 10, 2017. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so again, if there's any mistake, it's in the card ID. Date number of the day of issue, yes. First letter of the surname, O is 15, yes. Checksum, 9 plus 1 is 10, 7, yes. And digits, 8 and 9 is... Oh, hold on. Date number of the date of birth, 58. 28, so that 2 has been changed for a 5. Okay, that's that one done. You can have up to 4 there. And I like that I got it from just having 2 nonsensical numbers. Alright, Canny Maze. So, well, it's an image of me going to become Canny. If you recognise this meme, yeah. we got this one. There's one we'll get to later called Uncanny Maze, so... This is module of the entire maze, thinking again for chance. To go in the entire maze, the current position is kind by blue and gold is by red. It takes the total corner given the lane number coordinates, current position and the goal. By the bottom right, it says all progress. Which goes on. Well, at first, the type of maze present, the type will never change. But we should go, the module will automatically solve. So we've got a tiles maze. So we need to get from D5 to B5. Take the total number of tiles first divided by the current tile. We're saying 1. Each surrounding tile is equal to this number is the time to navigate to. So consider tiles that have been traversed, which are the closest to the result. The total number of tiles traversed concludes the starting tile. And begins at 1. So we begin at 1. So if you get that one, you just get regular mazes. These images tiles are number 1 to 7 in order of the table below, where you distribute across the screen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, okay. So take the total number of tiles traversed multiplied by the current tile. That's 1 times 1 is 1. Where 7 add 1, that's 2. So close to that is going left, I think. Yeah. So then there would be 2 times current tile, which is 2, so 4. Mod 7 add 1 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is just that one. So I think it's just... Yeah. Still haven't done anything yet. So we have a power button and it's on, so we've done it off. Three different rules. Relay rule B and rule C. Relay is if there are more than 2 batteries. No, there are not more than 2 batteries. Relay is if there is a car indicator. No. So neither apply. Turn the power off when the last 2 digits of the bond's timer. Turn the power off when the last 2 digits of the bond's timer add up to a prime number. Okay. I'm getting slightly worried because Hickory still hasn't done anything yet. So determine the correct type of soil. So number of batteries, we have 2. The sand is blue triangles. Sand is blue triangles, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, I think. Silt. Silt is yellow circles. There are none of those. And clay, green squares, which there are none of those either. Start from 0%, use the following table to and also track the corresponding percentage points for each of these items on the bottom. So negatives multiplied by -2. This may change this may change during step 3. So each instance of pair of value batteries, so that's 6. RG554, there are 2 of those. Sand shape in the soil sample. Divider, yes. Unlit indicator, no. Clay shape in the soil sample, not any. Start from 0%, same thing again. So D battery, no. 0 RCA port, there's 2 of those. Silt shape, there are none. Parallel port, there are none. Indicator, there's 1. And there's no clay shapes again. So that's 105.18. So I'll make the clay percentage -23, which we can't, it doesn't work. Otherwise, when follow the following steps to get the true clay percentage. Multiply the clay percentage by -1, and this will subtract the new clay percentage from the sand and silt percentages. Then if all group percentages are now positive, move to step 4. Subtract any negative percentages from the largest percentage and set the negative percentage to 0. So that. So using this, the point between the data soil type, so the line which is closest to the bottom left corner of the diagram. So sand ended up being 77. That'll be around here. Silt was 0. Yeah, and then this was 0, and clay was 23, which is about there, yeah. So sandy clay loam. I don't really want to submit because then I usually have nothing for Hickory doc, so I don't know exactly what to do. Technically, do I just submit that? For the calculated values, is written by number stroke there. It's like, I guess I technically did it, but don't really have any activations of it. So I might quickly take the other. So actually could have been any colour This is done there. So, we'll wait for this then. Next we can read this then. Hickory Dog by Quirinius Lindenberg by Quirinius Lindenberg Wickerbottom. Hickory Dickory Dog. This module contains a clock. They don't get cross. Red's the boss, but other than that, a cake walk. As the boss times slowly does churn, sometimes both the clock hands will turn. The big one will guide your eyes to the side. A module that you now concern. If that one's been used before, go down that path one space more. But if it's alone, the module is prone to become a menial chore. This all might. It's quite enough of you, Bottom. I handle this. But how would the expert know how to solve this module? A fashion proper manual. There's other modules poems were better for. Maybe try Sudoku related. Fine. Is it gonna do anything? Really, is it going to do anything? We hope this isn't one of those ones that can technically activate just before the thing blows up. What is this activation time anyway? That's 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So it's going to activate when I have 40 seconds left, basically, I think. No, 20 seconds even. Yeah, that's not happening. So I put one of these on there just to see when it's going to go off. Okay, that seems a bit more reasonable. That's going to be... about 2 minutes 56 in. It's about 2:04. We'll get onto these four in a second. So you can point at either of these now. I was not keeping track of the number. I'm on 9. It's 1:59. So when it is 3:01, and then this time, be smart with it and listen. There's a bit on the face that always stays there, so just listen for the how many times it chimes the first time. Or listen for how many times it chimes and then read what it says. Sorry if you heard that. And a bit of my forgotten to close the close the logging bit. 299, 229. $128k. We'll eventually get part of this. So, clock counter is one that I'm slightly worried about. This one too, actually. Could it be very, like, faffy at times? I think it was bugged at one point as well, so I hope I don't run into anything like that. This one's a bit complicated, and this one's a bit complicated. All of them are quite scary to be the other ones. Sorry, man. 10. And that is tool mods, the 11th letter, I think that means. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 15 again. That's 3. This one becomes 3. Okay. Okay, so now the other 4 that we're going to do. Clock counter, bag search, tangled wires, Jank. So start at a point, go either clockwise or counterclockwise by row or column till you're forced to stop. Set the thing with noise so they can reverse on by only going in one direction, tracing one corner each time. So I'm going to use this again. So let's try starting at this. So going down, can we reach any of the other symbols? Yes. Going across this way, we can get to there. Going up this way, we can get to this one. We go to that one. Got to take the time on it. Time, add, time, add 1H. Okay, there we go. You can go to this one possibly. That one won't help. Okay, none of those are pretty helpful. Maybe we go down here. Read that one. We do need to do that one, I think. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So why haven't we hit yet? We haven't hit this one. No. So we haven't hit that one, or we haven't hit either of these two yet. Hey, actually, I think I've seen something. Specifically, this seems to be the only one that's like that. So let's actually go for the top here. Because we know this one has to be in it no matter what. So we can go from there probably. So let's try. We went up from here. We could go to that one. Or, different idea, go up to this one, go across to that one, go down to that one, go across to here, go up to there, go across to that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one doesn't have any other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. We still need what else do we still need? We need that one. And we also still need something like that. Does this exist anywhere else? This is the exact reason why I was worried about this one. There's one there. So could we reach that from somewhere? Okay. So maybe this. Get that one done. Still need to figure out how to get that. Maybe that. Takes us to there. So we go to there. We get stuck there. So maybe can we make any progress going back around this way? Maybe if we do that. No. So this is where the hard part comes in. Pretty certain that this is the only one that's like this. Yeah. So part of it has to go through here. We could have something like that. So we can get up to that one. There. let's see if we can work our way around to connect up to this bit. We can't use that one, so we'd have to use that one. We have to go there, and down here. So we've done that, that. I'm going to quickly do the, just in case. That, 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 and that. So from here we can get to that. Or tentative idea to that. So we can go to here. Close. We think we might have something. Let's go from here. No. That. Going to connect up to it at a different point. So that doesn't seem to work. So where's the other one of them? Here. Again, this is why I was worried about this one. So for this one, you get there from basically literally only that one. It's from this one or this one. Go to there. We go to that one. Go down to there. Go across to there. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, we might have something. Anyway, we've already used that one. We did this, we get that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. So what we have left is both of those. I didn't use that. Try this one. Go up to there. We have that, 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 and that one. And then we're basically trapped. Can't get anywhere with that. Can't get anywhere with that either. do that. I don't think that helped, did it? And that, that one. Oh, we don't do that one now. So we don't do that one. Can we actually go any from that? Yes. I knew this was going to be a bit of a time sink in the end. That, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay, let's just check. There, to there, to there. Anyway, that doesn't work because we stay in the same quadrant there. How long have I spent on this? 15 minutes on this bit. Again, I knew this was going to be a long one. so we might have a solution now. Just make sure I'm going to stay in the same place. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just make sure. Okay. That only took me 30 minutes. No time for the rest of them. Okay. Today, the next page corresponds to the current passenger's flight. Whizbang Airlines. So, star badges no effect. Star badges and handcuffs, so banned. Press X button to enable the server gets ready to scan the device. Examine the items inside the bag. Follow the items rules on page 3. The items rules still apply. Passenger has a confiscated passport, they still can examine the passport. Hours. So they don't have any of the banned items. Tie. These items should be confiscated if there are no shirts present. So yes. Gun. These items should be confiscated. They'll fly less than 8 hours. So we're not confiscating, but we are detaining. These items should be confiscated if they're less than 3 parts. Yes. This item must be confiscated. Flight is longer than 12 hours. No. Passport. Those without passports should be detained. Okay. Inferno fly. The passport rule does not apply. Confiscate money and wine, no matter what. So, game controller. The item must be confiscated unless the serial. This item must be confiscated unless the serial number contains one of these. It does, so it doesn't have to be confiscated. If a passenger has this item in their bag, do not turn off the X-ray machine before detaining them or letting them board. So we aren't turning off the machine. So we're not turning it off, but they can fly, I think. Okay, yep. Blast there, so we didn't get any fake airlines. If there are more than 2 batteries, on the bomb, because we had the bomb right, so bomb right no matter what. Confiscated. Also, scales and bottles. So cover the scales, it was in fact the bomb right item anyway. These items must be confiscated only if no other items should be confiscated from this passenger. If there is more than one of this item confiscated, they'll in the first one reading order. So these items must be confiscated only if no other items should be confiscated. So no, the scales were confiscated, so that's fine. That's fine. Must confiscated unless this item must be confiscated if there is at least 2 more lit indicators than unlit. No. So all of this is fine, I think. And there's no reason why they couldn't board, right? Okay. So, this one, I'm just going to try and untangle these wires first. There's probably a method to this, but I do not know it. Okay. Give me the first digit in the serial number. Give me the first digit in the serial number. 5. Figure the steps in the bullet points below. Go to the amount of moves taken to a tangle. Then tangle the wires divided by 5. Repeat the steps in the bullet points below. Equal to the amount of times moves taken to then tangle the wires divided by 5, rounded up. So 9. first digit and the last digit in the serial number. So it's going to be n plus 1 multiplied by 2. The code number is greater than average divided by 10, and take a the integer part. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least you can find number cut the corresponding wire. Okay. Green, cyan, magenta, green, red, cyan, magenta, blue, red, yellow. How many is that? 10. Yes. Follows in serial number to the average difference between the first, second, third, and 4. X equals c minus 5, y equals 13 minus 7, and z equals 13 minus 1. That's 2, 6, and 12, or B, F, L. In the colour sequence in the table below, okay, use the first one in order, KB use the last 5 colours in order. With the key stars and key strings and say we'll add letters to modify the keys. First we go key A, then key B, whereas key A might be used in calculating key B. Okay, so key A, start with green. Rearrange key A so the letters with the opposite letters first. So we don't have anything, so we don't do anything. We don't have anything to do here because nothing in key A still. Append the name of each list indicator in alphabetical order to key A. MSA. G, reach key A, so those are the odd positions. This verse was letters with even positions is it after. But assume that means like that. And R. If the last digit of the serial number is even, so print odd. And then for this, cyan, HKB, so it's not doing anything. If the length of key A is odd, then legend center of key A to key B. Otherwise, append the first letter of key A to key B. Really make sure. G, C, M, G, R, C, M, B, R, Y. Yes, okay. And key A to key B. Reverse key B. Append the name of each handle indicator to key B, they are identity. Quickly. So, go for both of the keys from left to right. If the current letter from both keys is the same, I'd want the key B's letter at the current position. It's back to Z at 26. These are your final key A and key B. So that becomes T. C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, Q, R, S, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A. Do the go letters. So your go letters split into 3 rows and translate your character into Morse code. Where there was each one's divided where. So B becomes F becomes, and L becomes. Then create a zeros grid, and one's grid in the paragraph below using the keys you made, where key A will be used to make zero grid and key B will be used to make the ones grid. And 9. So probably as we're going down the columns. So this is assuming I done it right, we have to use the SMBH input system. So hopefully the first letter should be a D. So hold over to tap, tick tap. Okay. H is double tap, hold over 1. Even notice this is very similar to the black and white hole modules. Okay. S is tap, tick tap, tick tap, tap. Go wait for the next loop around. Then we have O. That's basically 4 below each one pass. Okay. And now we're going to the zeros grid. So that would be H again. Then no 0. So T. We have S. We have one step again. So T again. Use it with T again. Then 1 again. This is J. Which is holding one, wait, and then tap on the next one. Okay. Good check as you got those right. Yeah. Okay. So they had a slightly different solution. It's just like my one with a few things swapped around. I guess that's what all the solutions are. I'm interested to see what... This was my one. I'd like to see what this solution was. Anyway, so that is everything I wanted to do today. So, at some point I'll try and learn how to do Spectre Maze. Until then, I'll see you later.